Hello, my name is Ron Vogel. I currently work for the Delaware County Sheriff's Office. I have approximately 25 years of law enforcement experience. 6 of those years, I served as a school resource officer for school districts within Delaware County. Part of my current assignment is supervising 11 school resource officers for the Buckeye Valley, Big Walnut, and Olentangy local school districts. Each year, the United States sends 56 million kids to school. And we as parents, we hope our kids stay safe, that they don't get bullied, that they don't get hurt, and that they return to us safely at the end of the school day. However, in 2018, we witnessed the most violent school year in United States history, where we had over 81 active shooter incidents, leaving over 51 victims dead. We have an expectation that our kids stay safe while they're at school. However, in a recent survey that I conducted with parents in Delaware County, asking them if they believe there's sufficient safeguards in place to keep their kids safe in the event of an active shooter, over 50% said no, we don't have enough safeguards in place. So we as Americans, we as parents need to lobby to protect our kids while at school. We learned during 9/11 that we needed to do something. We realized that having a TSA was only one layer of security to keep our planes in the air safely. We realized that anything on an aircraft could be used as a weapon, so therefore we decided to arm our commercial pilots. We also decided to randomly place United States Air Marshals armed inside those planes. And since then, we have not had a successful hijacking since 9/11. And if we're having success in the air, why can't we have success in our schools? And today I would like to talk about why arming teachers can save lives by having an instantaneous response time, lowering predictability, and also cutting costs to our school districts across America. We cannot depend on law enforcement to save the day. As this slide shows, it takes 12 minutes beginning to end for an active school shooting incident. It takes over 17 minutes for law enforcement to arrive on scene. We cannot depend on law enforcement to save the day. If we arm our teachers, like Gary Anderson was saying of the Washington Post, it could create instantaneous response time, so while law enforcement is en route, these teachers could seek out the shooter, engage them, and stop the threat, protecting our kids. Also, Garrett Mayer reiterated that from the Washington County School District, saying we need to arm our teachers to save lives. It's going to take too long for the police to show up. There have been many examples of teachers performing heroic behavior, because a lot of people that I surveyed and talked to don't believe they have it in them. But I'd like to show you some examples of heroes. Teacher Jason Seaman tackled a school shooter to the ground at Noblesville West Middle School. At Sandy Hook Elementary, we had a school psychologist, Mary Sherlock, and a principal, Don Hawksprung, who ran towards the school shooter while he was firing his gun, putting themselves between the shooter and the children, saving lives. We had Brady Olson at North Thurston High School that was approached by screaming children, saying that there's a school shooter in the building. He quickly sought out that shooter, tackled him to the ground until law enforcement arrived on scene. I also interviewed Sheriff Russ Martin of the Delaware County Sheriff's Office, and he agreed that if We have teachers who are willing to volunteer, and they pass a successful background check, and they go through our rigorous training. They are more than capable of being able to carry inside a school. We also have state-of-the-art concealed carry holsters, meaning it's going to keep predictability low. Nobody's going to know what teachers are carrying. Most of your school shooting incidents are premeditated. That means the school shooter knows exactly who he's going to kill first. And those are usually people of authoritative positions, the school security guard, or the SRO. And also that holster will make it almost impossible for anybody to pull it out of the holster, the gun out of the holster, except for the teacher carrying it. Also, arming teachers will save billions of dollars. Most school districts can't afford an SRO in each building. If we can arm 20% of our teachers across America, it'll cost $251 to $1 billion. If we wanted to put an SRO in every building, totally unreasonable. It's $19.1 to $22 billion. So it's cost effective. And we must protect the most precious investment we have, and that's our children. We cannot depend on law enforcement to save the day. A passive response will not work in a violent encounter. The only thing that we have been teaching our kids and our teachers to do is try to hide and do nothing while the shooter goes around shooting our children and our teachers like lambs to the slaughter. If we arm our teachers, they can save countless lives. Over 31 states right now have authorized teachers to be able to carry in schools. Thank you.